is hard on the paint by Big Country Equipment.
Well, first of all, let me tell you how much I love Texas.
Okay.
I've lived in Texas twice, North Dallas and in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I have a son that lives in Fort Worth. He works for Lockheed Martin. We love Texas. It's a great state. It is the largest construction equipment market in North America, and it seems like there's some great things happening in Texas, kind of in many industries. I mean, maybe you can talk about what you're seeing in Texas in oil and gas, data centers. Seems like there's a lot of people moving to Texas. Hopefully that means we're building some houses, some new barbecue joints.
That is, that's a fair point. They always say Texas is a friendly state, but every time I turn around, there's all these people coming in, and everybody says, "Hey, man, have you tried Arizona? go there first." And so, Texas is so unique. My family came from Germany in the 1800s, and so we founded a handful of small cities in Texas, and so it's unique because we get to travel all over it. And with that being said, there's so many different landscapes, there's different industries. It's one of the few states across the board that has a port, and it has oil, and it has mining, and it has infrastructure, and it has all the things. But the culture of Texas is what makes it so unique. We talk about data centers. The farmers are not very keen on the data centers, but everybody needs data. Even farmers need the access to data. With that, more data is more electricity. We have some customers that work with the electrical companies, and I didn't realize how fragile the electrical grid is across America. And it's concerning, but there's a lot of opportunity to make it better. The oil fields, everybody's watched Landman,
Yeah.
And there is some things like, are you going to blow up a wellhead with a pipe wrench? No, that's not a thing. But with that being said, the versatility and the versatility of the people in the Permian and in the oil field is so vast. There's so many people out there, and so with that being said, I mean, there's so much industry coming to Texas. You're right. They're building houses. They're building electric grids. They're building data centers. The oil field is staying steady. It's not booming, but it's staying steady. The mining industry in Texas is growing. Hopefully with the new administration that we have in the White House, we'll see some less restrictions and the energy sector, and we see the coal plants open back up. That would be a generator that would help the concrete industry, because we would be able to have access to fly ash. A lot of people don't realize, because of how much infrastructure that Texas is taking, we're taking millions and millions and millions of tons a day of cement powder from overseas and bringing it in, because we can't produce it all in Texas. And the trade policies with Mexico, and so there is some good stuff about what's going on, is trying to bring more industry within our state. And there's going to be great opportunity with that. What is, from a corporate standpoint, what has the conversations been about Texas? What is Sandy's goals for Texas?
Yeah. Well, let me maybe start at a higher level, and talk about kind of our forecast for North America. In 2026, we continue to see some growth in the industry. We've seen a little bit of flatness, kind of post COVID and the supply chain crisis, but we are still our industry is still near peak levels. In 2026, we see broader growth in infrastructure, data centers, and renewable energy projects. And in 2027, we see continued momentum driven by our rebound in capital investment and broader economic expansion. So, and we see a growth of about a 5% CAGR, out through the end of the decade. So we're pretty bullish about, the U.S. and Canadian economies, over the next few years. And that's good for our industry. And, at the end of the day, we're helping our customers build American infrastructure. And, that's exciting. It's great to be part of an industry, where you see America grow in that way, whether it's new roads to reduce traffic or housing, with the housing shortage that we've had in the United States, or new schools, clean water, reliable and less expensive energy. Our customers are doing that every day. And, I just want to take this opportunity on the podcast here to thank them. I do have one comment, since we're talking about customers. One of Sandy's core values is safety. And I just want to say to our customers, our dealers, and the Sandy team out there, our expectation is that we stay safe on the job sites. Right. At Sandy, we say Sandy safety first. And it can be, we're around heavy equipment, and there's no job that's more important than making sure that the people on that job get home safely every night. So we expect our employees and our dealers to be leaders in the industry, and that means if we see something if we see something unsafe, then we should stop and we should say something. So stay safe out there. It's a core value not only for Sandy but the entire industry, and I know that's a key message that AEM has here at ConExpo as well.
Well, safety is a big thing, and I know that y'all invest heavily in keeping customers going, but also at the same time making sure that no one gets in a bind with the equipment. And obviously that's a lot of that comes to the operator and training, and y'all do a great job. Y'all offer all the time to bring customers to Sandy Digs, come play on the equipment.